Beyond Meat. Here's my current positioning on Beyond Meat. As you can see, I averaged up on my share price, although I did cover my initial investment by closing a lot of shares as well as some calls. Now I'm only in $1 November calls and January 2027 calls. Why would I hold a January 2027 call for a short squeeze? Plain and simple, Beyond has a long way to go up. If you look back in the history, Beyond Meat really just went. Let's go to the weekly time frame. It went from wow, it's gone along. It's gone a long way. And if there's a possible chance that it could be a meme squeeze, like a GameStop or a Bed Bath and Beyond or any of those others, then you know what? I'm gonna hold on as long as it takes. And I mentioned Carvana. Carvana didn't. I did some more research on this. Carvana did not do a debt to equity deal, but they were able to extend their um, their timeline for payment, interest payments. But Bed Bath and Beyond actually did do a debt to equity arrangement before they went bankrupt. Now they had a lot of craziness going here. Of course, that was the 2020 COVID era where all the meme stocks are booming. Now here, Bed Bath and Beyond did do a debt to equity um, deal, so they had a similar deal to what we're seeing with Beyond Meat right now. And it did take a little bit longer for the squeeze to really start. Once it started, it went from 18 all the way to 40, right? So it doubled. I mean, with Beyond Meat, we've already more than doubled from when the squeeze started, which is insane. So clearly, uh, it's going to be more explosive than this was after the debt to equity thing. So looking at just Bed Bath and Beyond, sure, it doubled, but how long did it take? It took like, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks before it peaked, right? So that's one possible case. Now another case, Carvana was not debt to equity. They managed to extend their deadlines significantly, so they didn't have to worry about interest. Um, and so you can see this is on the weekly chart. It took years, but eventually they got back to their all-time high, and she's even surpassed it recently. So I don't know where Carvana's going, but let's look at Beyond Meat. The only thing I can say about Beyond Meat right now is I've already covered my initial position by selling at the various levels I talked about yesterday, and those levels were, let's see, around 1.5, and I believe I sold a little bit around 2. There's some resistance at 2 today, and I sold more at 3, and 3 is where I stopped day trading it. So at every break, if you zoom in here, let's go to the 30-minute, you can see kind of where it creates a little wedge formation. Now, as long as the volume is strong, and in this case, it is strong, you can see it is very high, increasing. In fact, this is relative volume. Here we're seeing nice peaks where the volume spikes every time it breaks over a major level. Um, And yeah, so the volume was strong. So I was day trading these breaks. Anytime it wedged, I bought a little bit. It popped up, I sold, and I stopped at the $3 mark. And it looks like I should have I should have kept going because after hours we're already in the $4 range. So these lines I had drawn from yesterday actually pretty accurate. Just I assumed this would take more than a day to really reach these crazy levels. Now, what am I watching for with my runners? So I only have runners left. So if they go all the way down to $2, I've already made a profit. I'm sitting pretty. So what I'm watching for is I'm watching this volume. I want to see how the volume is going to increase or decrease. So if we see a spike in volume, like this is relative, like volume density right here. If we see it go really high, and there's a huge spike. In addition, the stock's starting to tank. That might be an indication that someone took a huge short position. I know Like that happened quite a few times on GameStop. That could either be a signal for me to sell, or it could be a signal for me to wait it out and buy more. I'm not sure yet. Um, I have this line here at about 2:15, where that's where I'm going to make a decision whether I buy more or I just fully stop out. Um, but if I have my way, this will turn into $100 stock in 2 years, and so I'll just hold my remaining shares and those leaps that I currently have. So who knows what tomorrow's going to bring? If I were to guess right now, we've made a huge amount of headway. Where RSI is overbought. We are still seeing quite a bit of relative volume density, a lot of volume here. On balance, volume is still quite high. I mean, I would expect it to bounce around here a little bit more before taking new highs. Um, I just can't imagine it going another level in a day. Like usually, what you'd want to see is it hovers around a level for a bit and then goes up, and then it sort of lingers at a level and then it goes up. Um, but of course, as always, it could go right back down, right back down. But the nice thing is, it's not going to go well. Given how fast this went up, it could go all the way back down to $2 pretty quickly. But realistically, what I would imagine to happen is it'll go down a level at a time, and it'll give you a few minutes to decide to exit the position or to keep holding. In my case, if I had kept holding, I would have been a rich fellow. But you know what? I covered my initial position, and you can't complain about profit.